some of the major questions people like to see, these rates over time, etc. Okay, let's go on. Let's actually flip to the next slide. So, in order to make a dent into this market, we're going to need to focus on SEO. And the way to do this right now is through targeted content partnerships. So the number of home listing websites, real estate agent websites that are targeted specifically to the first-time home buyer it's a massive number. And these currently do not offer mortgage rate content and rate comparisons. One last slide. This is the revenue model. We can sell completed leads for $50, phone calls for $30, and website clicks for $7 to the key providers in the market. And we are out of time. Yes?
I think it's a great idea, great idea, great concept. Impressive that you were able to pull that together in such a short time period. I think sites like Mint have demonstrated that when you provide value to end users and you save them money, people will jump on board and share information. I agree that search engine marketing is going to be really expensive to try to target this space, so SEO and getting users is going to be key. Are there any other channels, people that already get in front of people that you could leverage to attract big chunks of users at a time?
So that's an amazing question, and one of the reasons we did target the first-time home buyers is the number of gatekeepers into that segment. So a big one, I mentioned it quickly, but real estate agents. And to go a step above that, there's currently aggregators, so companies that design templated websites for real estate agents. So they have a mortgage section on their website with no solid content. So to me, that's an amazing way. And real estate agents, they're all online. They realize the importance of social media, and if they can provide a value add to their customers, there's a huge potential for a viral spread that way.
The problem that we're trying to solve is how many of you can name 2 people in your ward that are running for the Toronto School District Board? Hands? Is that 1? That's 2? And we're going to go vote. This is a problem. And this is the problem that we want to solve. But it's a hard problem. And we're at a startup conference. And startups mean money. So the question that we're going to try and answer is it possible to change the way people behave in a socially good manner and still make money? I'll tell you our conclusion. We're not sure. It's not an easy problem, right? Otherwise everyone would be doing it. So what we want to do in the long term is ask that question in 10 years and have 80% of you put your hands up. Not because you magically became political scientists, but because we did something that made it easy for you to know that. And because we're probably billionaires by then. So with that problem, I'm going to set up Mike here to walk you through the solution.
Sure. So we have a mayor race coming up, and there's actually 40 candidates that are running, but there's only 5 that make the debates in that. And, like Sohail said Friday night, everyone knows Ford and the bald guy. There's much more to that, and there's much more policy. So what we're going to do to jump into the market is create an app on a mobile app. So what you do is you log in with your zip code or your postal code here. And that narrows you down to your region. It shows you your current elections that are around your area. Then you're going to select the issues that are important to you: environment, healthcare, transportation, etc. And then from that, we're going to give you a series of questions to answer. And these series of questions are going to show what your principles and values are and what's most important to you in this election. So what we're going to do is going to narrow it down and show you your top 3 candidates that match what is important to you. So it's kind of like a match dating site, but instead of finding a one-night stand, you're finding a 4-year mayor. So what we like to do is test this over the next few weeks. We're building the app now, and we're contacting all the campaigns to see what their answers are of our questions. And we're going to test it with the market, with the mayor election coming up, based on those 5. To get it out there, we're going to use social media monitoring, the hashtag VoteTO is very popular right now, and get involved there, and just do some guerrilla marketing techniques that will kind of make the app go viral, hopefully. Now, if we are successful in this pilot mode, 2011, I think there's 300 seats open, 500 seats in the provincial elections next year throughout Canada. So the idea is use this blueprint, and then next year, go after those with a better product, go after those elections next year, and then following 2012, a bigger market in the US. So with this, we'd like to, while testing it, get to contact the media and anybody else interested in fair elections or just having information. So we'd look for sponsors from media or from unbiased organizations that might be interested in having something like this. So that's what we're looking to do at Voter Vision. Thank you. Yes, sir.
I have a question and a comment. My question is, I like the idea. I think it's a great idea.
Okay.
What did you do this weekend? What were you able to achieve?
Can I answer that?
Yeah, wait.
So we both pitched something similar in concept, in the end goal. This weekend was not about technology. It was not about marketing. It was about whittling down the fact that we want to change the way people behave, but do it in a way that the market can support. So the hard thing to solve really was the plan going forward. And it may seem like, oh, well, all you came up with was this idea. But you know, there's a grand vision behind it, and the vision is to enable better communication between candidates and the voters that levels the playing field, not just for the people who have the biggest voice, not just for the people who have the biggest wallet, but for all the candidates. There's 40 candidates running for mayor alone, still, who still haven't dropped out. There's 140 councillors running for something like 22 positions or 40 positions. And we don't know any of their names, right? So the idea here was to develop an application that everyone would find useful, that we could brand the result of the weekend was mock-ups, a little bit of code, but the general plan was how are we going to test this? And what we came up with was we're going to test this with this application, mobile application, runs on the web, that can we sell it to a media entity so that they can brand it? Would they be interested in the analytics? So we came up with more questions than answers. And what we really need is maybe 5-10 minutes sitting down with someone who's worked in that field, who can tell us that they would be interested, that they would not be interested. Hard problem. So that's the truth.
Okay. I want to make a comment. I think it's an important problem. It's a serious problem. I'm glad somebody's working on it. I think you've got the opportunity to be successful.